a lot of people get confused when it comes to WordPress.com or WordPress.org. Well, WordPress.com, it's a free service. It's a blog. When WordPress started back, I don't know, I forgot the year. What year was it? 2000? I don't know what it was. Okay, so when WordPress started, they started as a blogging platform, just like a blog. You want to have a free blog, you go to WordPress.com, you sign up, and you start blogging. That's how it started, okay? Then later on, of course, a lot of developers start to use it for any kind of businesses. So you have two websites right now. You have the WordPress.com, and you also have WordPress.org, okay? And the proper way of addressing this situation is, don't call it, this is the free, when you say free WordPress, what I mean by that is the WordPress.com, okay? When I say self-hosted WordPress, I don't even mean this either. You don't build a site out here either. People confused. They say, no, I have WordPress.org. No, WordPress.org does not provide anything. WordPress.org is a forum. It's a place, it's a forum. They have developers, they have information about plugins and theme, but you don't buy the service through them. What WordPress.org did, they signed up as an affiliate with, let's say, Bluehost, Lynch Squid, something like that, and they are telling you, buy the domain, let's say from GoDaddy or from Bluehost, and get the hosting through them. So people always get confused. I have the free one, no, I have the .org one. You're actually completely wrong. First of all, don't go with the .com. And the .org is what? It's just a place for information. I'm going to show you right now how it looks, okay? What we're doing right now is called self-hosted. Now, why is it called self-hosted? Why is it called self-hosted WordPress? Yeah, because you are hosting it on your server. That's what's called self-hosted. That's the proper. So when you tell somebody, yes, I have a WordPress website, it's self-hosted, then the other person, oh, that means you actually have a domain and hosting, you're building it, it's customizing it, cool. But if you say I have a free WordPress, what you mean by that is the .com. Okay, not even the .org. But let me show how the both looks like. So let's see. So WordPress, this is the .com. You see this? This is WordPress.com, and the name of the company is called Automatic. They're in Austin, by the way. Still coming up too slow. All right, let me look for WordPress.org so you can see the difference. Oh, fast connection, Ashley. Sorry.
Yusuf could get on my hotspot. That way it's a little faster.
Right. But pretty soon we're going to have Google Fiber soon. So this is the WordPress.org. As you can see, there's a showcase about which companies WordPress, the themes, the plugins, the support forum, documentation, how you need to get involved. You know, that's .org. Okay. The .com, looks like it's not showing up. There you go. Look at this. Create a new website for free. WordPress.com is the best place for a personal blog or business site. This recently just added business site, because previously if you create one, it will always say your name.wordpress.com. Now you can get the domain, so it will look like yusufchowdhury.com, but on the back end still you're using the free service. I personally don't recommend that, but if you have kids, you can ask them, you can create them the free version of WordPress so they can kind of get used to it and learn. That's fine, but this is the free version. Okay, WordPress powers 25% of the internet. Okay, so for business, I don't recommend this. I recommend that you get the domain name, you get the hosting, and build it from there. Okay, does that make sense? All right. So quickly, as you can see, excuse me. So the free version is free, you don't pay nothing. And for the self-hosted, of course, you're not paying WordPress.org, you're paying the hosting provider. Okay? The free version has a limitation of 3 GB only, which means if you exceed that 3 GB, you're going to have to pay them like, I don't know, $15 per gig or something like that. But with the self-hosted, it is unlimited space, depends, because on a HostGator it says unlimited space, or some of them will tell you they have like 10 GB or 100 GB. Okay? With the free version, they update automatically. You don't have to do the update like we did with the self-hosted. But with the self-hosted, you have to maintain it by yourself. You have to do the backup. You know, that's something you have to personally take care of it. For the first one, you don't need to take care of technical issues. With the self-hosted, you need to have a little bit of technical knowledge. And with the free version, you cannot add premium plugins. You cannot add any plugins or any premium themes. Later on, we're going to talk about what are those plugins, because without those plugins, you cannot enhance your site, okay? But with the self-hosted, if you have a developer, you can change it, you can, customize it and whatnot. First one, especially for any business, you don't have a full ownership with the free version. What do I mean by that? Because you are owned by WordPress.com. If somebody complains or somebody doesn't like you for your content, WordPress can shut you down. Does that make sense? Just like having a Gmail account, and if your Gmail account is gone, you're not under the control. Like some businesses tell me, I don't need the website, I only have a Facebook. I'm like, that's the biggest mistake. You don't own Facebook. What if they decide to shut down your business page? Does that make sense? Even YouTube, you don't own YouTube. What if they decide to shut down your YouTube channel? But when you have a self-hosted, you have full control because you're paying to rent the server. You have full control. Even if you don't pay it, your information is still there. You can get it back. Does that make sense? You can actually get it back. Like, let's say if you don't pay 1 month, hey, I couldn't pay this month, can I get all the information? They'll give it to you. If you don't respond within a month. If you don't respond within 3 months, of course it's going to be gone. But all the information is there. Does that make sense? So you have a full ownership. And in the free version, there's no option to monetize. Basically, there are some rules that you cannot use affiliate marketing, you cannot sell stuff. But with your own website, because you have full control, you can do what the heck ever you want with it. Okay? And of course, I can add different cool stuff like analytics plugin and SEO plugins and all this stuff. I can do with the self-hosted, but I cannot do it with the free version. Okay? So that's the difference. So for business, get a domain name, get a web hosting, and install WordPress. And that is called self-hosted. You're not with WordPress.com, and you're not with WordPress.org. Okay? Oh, with the .org. I mean, no. .org doesn't provide anything. So don't confuse people. Okay? All right. So that's the difference. So now we talk about themes. So themes basically templates. Templates for your website. You know the design part of the site is template. That's what they are. We call it themes in WordPress. So by default, you probably have, I don't know, more than 20,000 or 10,000 free themes that comes with a WordPress. So by default, when you install WordPress initially, you will get theme, I think this is going to be 16 is already out, I think, right? No? Theme 16?
I think so.
Is already out. So by default, it will install the latest template for your website. Okay? And it's completely free. Then you also have a paid version. So there are many companies that actually make themes and they sell them. Okay? I usually use StudioPress with most of my clients because my developers, they are like coders and they like a lot of coding. You have Woo Theme, you have Theme Forest, you have Elegant Theme. There's so many out there, but these are the most popular. And especially with Theme Forest, you can buy any theme between $45 to $60 one time. And that's it. And the difference between both is this. This one, of course, is completely free, doesn't cost you anything. The disadvantage is if there's an issue with the theme and you want to contact the developer who built it, good luck. Okay? Because it's free. I mean, they're probably getting millions of questions here and there. And you can go to the WordPress.org and find the question or go to the forum and people will help you, but you're not going to get a quick answer. Does that make sense? And the premium or the paid version, because you paid for the service, they will get back with you within 24 hours. And they have what you call a yearly updates. Or if WordPress released an update, guess what? They'll automatically make an update to their plugins or the theme because you paid for it. Yeah. With the free version, if they don't want to update, they don't have to. Somebody else can come and take it and update it or work on the plugin or the theme. So that is the advantage and disadvantage. So for beginners, I always say, stop wasting money on buying premium theme. Because a lot of people make this common mistake. They look at, oh, this theme looks awesome. This looks beautiful. This looks fancy. Let me buy this for like $80. Oh, it didn't work. Let me buy another one for $80 or $90 or $50. And suddenly you spend like $1,000 going from one theme to another and you haven't even built the site. Does that make sense? So what I suggest for beginners, just focus on the free theme. Focus on the free theme. What do you want the customer to do? Make 5-4 pages. Put the content that your customer needs and focus on traffic. Focus on traffic. Push enough traffic to the site. Why? Because you want to generate, right? To me, it makes no sense. It makes no sense from a business perspective to spend all this money and you don't even know you're going to make money within 6 months. So why spend all this money up front, right? Even if you have it, fine. But when you spend it, you have to spend it wisely. Does that make sense? most customers are not graphic artists. They are not critics of web design. They don't even care. Does that make sense? All they care, the information that they need is accessible, is easy to read, is easy to find. Does that make sense? That's all they care. And of course, it also has to look nice and decent and clean. You don't want to look like you're back from the 90s, right? Flash and weird stuff. You don't want to do that either. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yes.
If you buy a theme from ThemeForest or any one of these here, for one customer, and you purchase a theme, you're only able to use it for that customer.
Correct.
Okay, so I can't use it on
Correct.
customer 2.
That means the customer number 2, you have to buy it again.
Buy it
So
again.
here's
Yes.
my friend has Elegant Themes, and that one you pay one fee, and you can use.
Yeah, Elegant Theme, Studio Press, and Woo Theme, you can pay a full license, I think like $300 a year or something like that, and it gives you the option to build it on multiple sites.
Okay. And then my question is, how much of a learning curve are the themes different enough? I'd rather invest my learning curve in a paid one if that's what I'm eventually going to do.
Right.
Because I've been trying to work with a couple free ones, and they're just not intuitive.
Okay, that's an excellent question. Let me answer that real quick. Oh, real quick, that's going to take another hour. Here's the thing. Go back and think about this. The beginner's question, what did I say? Who's your target market? Right? How many pages do you need? And why do you need them? And 3, what do you want them to do? That's it. If you can do that with the free theme, then do it with the free theme. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, you can have a logo easy on the free theme. You can have the pages created with content easy on the free theme.
Okay, that's what I'm saying though, is I've been trying to work with a free theme, and it's been taking me a lot of time just to learn that one theme that I found out is probably not very good.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I wish I could show you how to even make pages, build a site within an hour. It doesn't require all this stuff, because I think sometimes, again, I'm saying this from experience with working with a lot of customers, you're overthinking it. You think like, oh, I need this. No, you don't need all that. All you need, homepage, information. You can have a video on the homepage, right? Services, what kind of service you provide, the prices on the services, right? And the contact, blog, contact me. That's it. Do you see what I'm saying? That's it. And maybe we're going to talk about, later on, we're going to talk about lead capture. That's all you need for now. Just for now, all you need is this, just to have a basic, functional site that provides what your customer needs. Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, we don't even know how they're going to react and behave when they visit the website. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I can give you all the technique about branding and color and strategy, but that doesn't mean they're going to do what they need to do. That's why we need an analytics plugin. So an analytics plugin basically on the back end of the website. Why? So when the customer comes in, now we can understand how they're behaving, where they're looking at, does that make sense? And based on those behavior, now you can go and make some extra changes. Maybe I need to change the color, maybe I need to change the font. Does that make sense? So don't overthink it, just get your site ready. Does that make sense? Get your site ready. Now, if you want to invest,
Well, you can always move it.
of course, you can always switch it. But if you want to invest, again, it goes back to your budget. It goes back to, are you the type of person who likes to learn everything by themselves and do it by themselves? Or you have the time, you want to waste the time, okay? Or you want to pay someone else to do it for you. But if you're one of those people like myself, I love to learn everything myself, right? Then there's so many themes, so many. But when it comes to prices, I would say, let's say, when you go to ThemeForest, there are some rules you have to follow. There are some rules you have to follow, so you're not going to make the same mistake. So you need to write this thing down. First one is, when you go to themeforest.net, of course you're going to click WordPress. The simple one, right? Secondly, you can do a search based on the categories. Like in what category you're in. Are you a blogger, financial developer, a real estate, restaurants, right? So you can see those themes shows up. That's number 2. Number 3, you need to make sure that that theme works with the latest WordPress update. I think right now it's like what, 4.1? 4.1. That it should be with the latest WordPress. You need to look at that. Number 4, you have to make sure that this theme works on all the popular browsers. What are the popular browsers?
Google,
Chrome.
Mozilla Firefox,
Uh-huh.
Internet Explorer.
What is an Explorer?
What is it?
Okay, Safari.
What is that?
Yeah, IE. Okay, Safari, Opera. So you need to make sure that they all work with the most popular browser. Why? Because all the browsers are not the same in terms of the language in the backend. You will notice that an experienced developer, if they build a site that works on Chrome and Firefox, but that doesn't work very well on Explorer, you have to tell them that. So you need to make sure that they work on all the browsers. Then number 5, you need to make sure that you're able to get in touch with the person or the company that built the theme. So you can ask them questions directly. Because you have to look at all the information of what you need. If those information don't exist, you have to contact that developer or the company. So that's number 5, right? Then what else? Then number 6, you have to open that theme and check and see how it functions. Is this something you feel comfortable? Is this something makes sense? Number 7, make sure that it works very well on mobile device. I haven't even spoke about that. Mobile device, because everything is mobile right now. Last year in 2015,
72%.
yeah, in April of last year, Google made an announcement that if your website is not mobile friendly or responsive based, and somebody searching the mobile device for a restaurant or a chiropractor or a dentist, there is a chance that Google might not show your site because it's not mobile friendly. So right now, we have to think mobile first before laptop. So what I mean by that, when you build a website right now, don't think desktop. Think mobile. What do I mean by that? Bigger fonts, easy to scroll up and down, easy to find what they're looking for, easy to click on the phone button so they can call you, easy to find the map, easy to find the direction. So you have to think mobile first before you think desktop. Does that make sense? Because all of us search from their mobile device. Almost all of us. Right? Yes.
Are you going to get to the point where you create one with a free thing, free?
If you have somebody that started new, then I can show you how to do it. If not, I'm just going to show you how to just log in the back end.
I have a website with just pages.
Pages, right?
It's just blank.
Maybe you're gonna try your website then. Okay, all right. So, so that's what I'm saying. But do not make the same mistake, and this is very common. That don't focus on the design. Focus on, keep it very simple. You'd be surprised. There's so many websites that are extremely so simple, but yet they do a very good job. So all I'm saying, don't overthink. Don't spend too much time trying to figure out which theme who cares? You have 5 pages. What is the purpose of each 5 pages? What do you want the customer to do? Focus on traffic, because organic traffic takes time. If you have the money to pay Google AdWords or Facebook advertising to get some traffic, do that as well. Because you need customer to find your site. Having a website or building a website and making it go live, it's like building a Mustang with no engine. It's not going to go anywhere. If you are going to implement SEO, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to probably take you, our team, we spend 30 to 50 hours a month on one client to do SEO. 7 people work on one website. Just within 6 months to kind of see if they show up. When you're by yourself, that means the effort that you're going to put is not even 10% of what the other SEO team does. Does that make sense? It might take you a while to be organically found. Does that make sense? So really, the focus should be get that site up and ready. Don't worry about, I know people say that branding matters, design matters. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm saying, why wait? Just get it up and running. In fact, do you understand how Google work on their products? When Google come with a new product like Google Domain or Google whatever, they don't actually put everything in it. They release it with a small feature publicly so people can test it and use it and give feedback, then they go back and fix. Does that make sense? Because even like when we talk about the startup companies, there was a podcast called Startup, and they will have the opportunity to actually sit down with the Google Venture. This is the department that does all these awesome products. And they said, if you have like $100,000 funding for you, right? I wouldn't tell the startup, hey, throw all the 100,000. No. I say, what can we do with 5,000? What can we do with 10,000? Let's start with that first and leave the rest on the side, because you never know what's going to happen, right? And just build it from there. Do you see what I'm saying? So even with the business, just make a decent, nice looking site that has the primary objective and focus on traffic. And once you get the traffic, now you can look at the analytics, let's see how people behave, and make the changes as you go. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you need to generate. It makes no sense to me, like people spend a lot of money, a lot of time, and the website's not even ready yet. How long has it been? 7 months. Really? You should have done this in 1 hour. And let the site let it up and run, and just focus on marketing, focus on, networking, whatever, and just get customer. Because there are some businesses that don't even have a website, but they have customers. Because they hustle, right? So you gotta hustle to do that, okay? Any question about types of theme? Are we good? All right. Okay, so there you go. Email list building services. There's so many out there. You have Aweber, GetResponse, Vertical Response, Constant Contact, MailChimp. I think with MailChimp you can get it for free up to 500 subscribers, right? So the benefit of these services is that you don't have to manually tell the person that joined, thank you for joining us. It will automatically be set up for them. So once you tell them, get this offer, get this coupon, or get into the list, whatnot, it will automatically tell them, okay, thank you, John, for signing up. We'll look forward to you. Please confirm, and whatnot. This is very, very important. Why? Because just like your shop, just like your restaurant, it says open, all these thousands of cars passes by, you want to make sure that they get in. So the email list building is capturing those leads. Back 10, 15 years ago, you would pay $10 per lead from all these so-called lead companies. Don't even do that, okay? But you're going to get free leads if you use these services, okay? So most of them cost you $15 to $20 a month for 500 subscribers. But if you want to use MailChimp for 500 subscribers for free, use that first. Then after that, start paying, to get this service, okay? Infusionsoft is not, it's very, it's very robust and highly advanced. But at the same time, it's not. For most of the business, I don't think it's really affordable. If you can afford $200, then yeah, more than welcome, go and try it. It's very powerful. But most of them here are $10, $20 to start. Okay?
Real quick, MailChimp versus Constant Contact. I've heard a lot of different things. I've heard MailChimp is maybe more advanced in certain ways, and Constant Contact is slower to take on some new things.
That's an excellent question. To be honest with you, all of them has similar main functionality. What are those? Capture the leads, response. There's an analytics in the background that shows you how many people opened the email, how many read. That's there, right? But some of them might have extra features, like maybe connect with Facebook or just the minor small features. So my suggestion is, they all are great, unfortunately. None of them are, I couldn't say which one is better than the other because it depends what you need. So what happened with Aweber, for example, you can try it for, I think, 20 days or 21 days for free. You try it and see how you feel. If you feel like this is something I can handle, this is something easy for me, I'll go with that. Does that make sense? Same thing with MailChimp, same thing with the Constant Contact. The one thing that I don't like about Constant Contact, in MailChimp, you can set up a code and drop the code on the website, so the name and email can be captured from the website. With Constant Contact, when they click on, let's say, give me this offer, what it does, it opens a Constant Contact link. That's the one thing I don't like, because I want to keep everything in my site.
Okay, so MailChimp, if we wanted to do join us for your birthday, get a free dessert, it would bring them to a page that we created for the dessert, not an outside.
Yeah, it's going to be within the site, but of course on the back end, it's talking to MailChimp.
Right.
But the customer gonna see that. But I mean, each one of them have their own, I can even give you a link later on, the comparison with all the features from all of them, what's the feature, what's the difference, and you can just look at it. But in general, they all do the same thing. What's their functionality? Bulk sending email, capturing, making sure how many reads, how many open. I mean, that's all you need, to be honest with you. Unless if you have some crazy stuff like, I don't know, some fancy thing, you want to use it for different features, then you can look at other stuff. Does that make sense? But the most important thing, look at all of them, see which one do you feel comfortable, which one is going to be functional for your need, for your business. Does that make sense? If I need this, okay, I'm happy with that. I don't need all the extra features, just like Android. Okay, so sometimes because Android's a lot of features, I'm like, I don't need all this feature. I use iPhone because that's what I need. Okay, so don't get mad. So that's what I'm trying to say. So use it for what you need and not necessarily for all these extra stuff, because it makes no sense. I mean, just like cable channels. I don't need 100 channels, but they sell you, right? Oh, look at this. I don't need it. Okay. Any questions? Are we good? All right. So every website must have these two tools. and they are free. Okay? One is Google Analytics. You must have a Gmail account, and the other one is called Google Webmaster Tool. But right now, it's called Google Search Console. They just changed the name. There's another tool. It's called Hotjar. HOTJAR.com. Because Hotjar will show you the heat map of where the people are looking on the site. It will also show you when they move their mouse, where they're moving their mouse. Of course, up to certain traffic. If it reaches certain traffic, then it will show you what's going on. It is a paid version, but they also have a free version that you can try. So I think we should put that on the offside, okay? But these are very important. Analytics is to show you where the traffic is coming from, how many minutes they're spending, from which mobile device, from which browser, from which location, from all the crazy stuff. Webmaster Tool, this is for on-site SEO. This is the one that Google will tell you if your website is properly, crawled properly, or if you indexed it, or that kind of stuff. So you need those two.
And these are plugins?
No, these are services from Google. For this one, you can set up a plugin for your website, but you don't need a plugin for this. You have to set up with the Webmaster Tool. I'm probably going to do it on your site if you're going to go through that, okay? But you definitely need those, all right? Any questions so far? Are we good?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
How do you install them?
With this one, we're going to show you. With this one,
Okay.
there are two ways to do it. There's a traditional way, and there is the WordPress way. For the WordPress, you need a plugin. It's called Yoast Google Analytics. That's it. And for this one, you don't need a plugin. You just have to set it up with the service.
Oh, there is a plugin. Okay.
Yeah, but for this one, but not for this one. For this one, there's a plugin.
Okay.
This is a Google service. This has nothing to do with WordPress. It doesn't matter what website you have. If you have a Wix, you can use Google Analytics. If you have a Java-based website, you can still use this. But for WordPress, thanks to WordPress, we have a plugin for that. As we say in WordPress, there's a plugin for that, right? Okay. But you definitely need those two, because this will tell you what is happening to the site, who is coming to the site, where they're coming from, what are they looking for, okay? Plugins. So plugin is a piece of code that gives you certain instruction and functionality. So let's say by default, you're not going to have an SEO plugin, social media plugin, forum plugin. You're not going to have that by default. But if you want to add it, there's a plugin for that. If you want to add a plugin for, let's say, MailChimp, there's a plugin for that. Does that make sense? So it's an extra additional feature. Think of the plugin like a home appliances. Okay? And this can be only taking place in self-hosted WordPress website. Okay? So that's what the plugin is for. And I'll show you how to install it. So for today, when we go do the hands-on on the site, we're going to show you how to install some of these essential plugins, is what I call it. We're going to show you how to install the Google Analytics for WordPress. We're going to show you how to install the sharing for the blog, the SEO plugin, the security plugin, the backup plugin, Contact Form 7. There's one I missed. It's called Tiny MCE Advanced. So write it down. Tiny, it's a one word. Tiny MCE space Advanced. We're going to also install that, okay? All right. Now, all right, we're almost done. Woohoo!
Can you go back just?
Sure, absolutely.
I was trying to write those all down. Draft.
And we're going to go through them. We're going to install it on your website. So we'll show you how to do it step by step. I can put the presentation in the Meetup if you want. I can upload it to the Meetup. Well, that's good, because I know they do it. Let them do it, because it's active. They're very, taking notes, even though it's going to go on the site. Because they say that if you take notes, it actually helps with learning. That's why. Sorry about that. Otherwise, I just told you. Bad Yusuf. All right. Any question about the plugins? All right. So if you want to learn more, you can go to WordPress.tv. There are a lot of videos about WordPress from developers, from people like myself, like Corey and whatnot. WP Beginner is one of my favorite sites, because WP Beginner, this guy Saeed, what he does, he blogs about everything WordPress, but the way he writes it, it is for people that don't want to know code. And he makes it so simple. He makes it so simple that you will understand it right away. He gives you pictures, images, step by step, everything. So make sure you bookmark WP Beginner, okay? Then of course our meetup, we have a San Antonio WordPress meetup. We do like once or twice every month. We do like WordPress Wednesday, which is the last Wednesday of every month, where Corey Ashton makes like 3 or 4 videos. You're supposed to watch it, and we come to the meetup. We talk about it for an hour, and after that, if you have any issues with WordPress, we'll fix it during the session. Okay? Then, of course, that's her YouTube channel. You can watch all her videos on WordPress. They're all like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, different topic within WordPress. So make sure you write it down and check it out or follow her, okay? She's the owner of a company called Untitled. So we are like a business associate. We like to collaborate. We don't compete, okay? Collaboration is the best thing. Okay, any questions? Are we good? Awesome. What time is it now? 10:30. All right, let's take another break. All right, let's see.
Please.
All right, folks, we're going to take another break for like maybe 5 minutes. Hopefully, we'll come back, and now we're going to do the hands-on. So stay tuned, and please don't forget to share this. Hey, what's going on, Bob? Good to see you, man. Bob! Damn, YouTube. So I'll leave right now. I'll be back. Thank you for the house.